first instrument. Let's see. I think when I was 3, I started playing piano. I guess was my first real instrument. Played. It was called the Suzuki program. It was run through Peabody, and I started at age 3, playing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star on little. They actually on the keys they would put little stars with different colors to tell you what fingers you were supposed to put where and all that. So it was really kind of like ear training more than anything. We never read music at that age. You're really just trying to train your ear to hear different notes and try to figure out the melody yourself. So that was age 3. The next instrument I remember was trumpet. Started playing that in 4th grade. I think my parents had some really bad music around the house for me to listen to growing up, so unfortunately I gravitated toward a Lionel Richie tune, which I picked out.
Which one?
I don't remember. It was, I don't remember. Some Lionel Richie, Suddenly maybe. I picked it up on trumpet and brought it into my music teacher, and she was pretty impressed and gave me a solo. The drums, I started, I got to high school and played in the marching band, as geeky as that sounds. I got to the marching band field, with practice, and they had all the quads and the whole drum line was going. I was just like, wow, it's really awesome. It's really cool to hear all these guys just kind of making one beat together. And started hanging out with them and started picking up some pointers from them and playing drums on the side. Got a kit for, I think it was a Christmas present one year for my parents, like in junior year. And I picked up, actually my first drum set was my neighbor's. He was cleaning out his garage, and I saw like this beat up old Ludwig red sparkle kit with no stand. So I went out and I took those bass drum. It was a small jazz kit. It was a bass drum. It was like one mounted tom, but the mount was broken, and then a floor tom. So that's all. I didn't have a snare, no. So I ended up getting a snare, buying a snare, some of my own money actually, and but actually I went to like a yard sale. I just started going around yard sales looking for like extra drum gear.
Really?
So I picked up like a bunch of old like beat up stands and finally found a stand that I could use as like a mount for the one mounted tom, and started from there until I got a real kit. I think it was junior year, but started playing in my first band in high school, like freshman year. So
what was the name of the band?
I was Gypsy Six.
Oh, okay.
And I was actually the drummer. I kind of played guitar, like I would play drums like kind of more seriously, but I always, plucked around the guitar a little bit. But I wouldn't say that I really got into playing guitar until my first year in college. I mean, that's kind of when my first band from high school sort of disbanded, and I figured out real quickly you can't write a whole lot of nice melodies on drums, so started working on my guitar skills, and I would say, it took me about 4 years to really get to the point where I felt like I could write a decent song and stuff like that. So you can't write on a drum set. I wasn't good enough for my 3-year-old training in Suzuki to pick out any, really, and I didn't have access to a nice piano either. Keyboards are just, unless you get a really nice keyboard, they're just really too cheesy to do anything. So, I had a guitar and just kind of started working on that and started writing a few tunes here and there, and ended up doing it for a long while now. Cool. After high school, I started a band called Jaded.
I do remember Jaded.
We did covers. We started as covers because I didn't at that point have a whole lot of material or enough material to really do a whole band set.
Yeah.
So we did covers of like Oasis and Nirvana and stuff that we were into, and played a couple shows as that band. Again, it was like a stepping stone to other things, because a lot of the members that were in Jaded are now, I'm still playing with now in Test Pattern Radio. So after Jaded, let's see, there was Prototype Blue, which was sort of like the next iteration of Jaded. We decided, we got to the point in Jaded where we didn't want to do covers any longer, and we actually had enough material at that point to warrant the name of a new thing. So we started doing originals, mainly originals, and called ourselves Prototype Blue, and we played at the Vault and a bunch of places in Baltimore. So that actually ended sort of abruptly when, unfortunately, my friend and guitarist, he passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And so I took a break. At the time, my wife was pregnant with my first child.
Mm-hmm.
So I took a break for a long while. And actually, when my child was born, it was actually, brought up a lot of things that I actually had material. So, it brought a lot of material sort of front and center because of that experience and, being a new dad and all that. So ended up doing a solo record, just kind of an acoustic record, and did that, self-produced it at my house, with guitars and this stuff. And I don't know, I'm pretty proud of it. Again, it's not kind of the kind of stuff I'm writing now with the band, but it was definitely good to get that out and just get it on. The whole experience of recording yourself, especially, and just learning the software and how it works was just kind of a learning experience. But it turned out good. So I was obviously playing a lot out with Prototype Blue, and then when we were taking the break, didn't have that opportunity to really go out as a band. So after finishing the CD, I decided it would be a shame for folks not to hear that stuff and not to push that. Try to get some folks to listen to it. And sort of selfishly, a little bit of feedback is always good. Good or bad, I can either improve or hang it up or keep going with it and kind of trying to improve. Started doing like solo acoustic shows down in Fells Point and some places around here locally in Baltimore, just to really kind of play the songs that were on the album and just try to get some feedback. And I ended up really enjoying that, and I feel like it made me sort of more confident in both my writing and my stage performances, so that now at Test Banner Radio, getting up in front of a crowd with four guys is 4 times easier than getting up by yourself, because you stick out like a sore thumb if you hit a wrong chord or wrong note or something like that, or voice goes out or something. But it just gave me the experience to get up in front of people and kind of on a one-on-one kind of way. We just got a new bassist, which is good, and he's fantastic. So we're hoping to keep that moving forward. Our immediate goal is to get some live shows on the calendar for June, July, August. Summer's always a great time around here to play live, and people come out when it's warm, and winter's kind of like, God, when's summer gonna come around so we can play a show? Outside's always good to play. So really, immediate future is playing live, and then getting back and trying to do another 3 or 6 song EP. We just came out with one, so we just want to keep that ball rolling.